right, so what we got here is one of the most magical vehicles on the road. It's sitting here warming up. As a matter of fact, it is warm, so I'm gonna go shut it off. Now, this is a 2015 Honda Odyssey. So, minivan. And like I was saying, these are magical vehicles. Now I have a Lexus GX 470 and I got a boat and a mule and a 1-ton Dodge Dewey and got an old Ford pickup out there. And the car I actually drive is a Volkswagen Passat. Good gas mileage. But none of them are like a minivan. And now the thing about a minivan is that it causes other people to go crazy. Like if you drive a minivan, you could be the only car on a desolate road. And if there's a car behind you that's like 2 miles away, if they figure out that it's a minivan in front of them, it doesn't matter if that minivan's going 95 miles an hour, they must catch it and they must pass it. They pull out in front of you. I mean, it's really impressive. So I would say that if you're driving a minivan, you're probably the most powerful person on the road because you have the ability to have that effect on all of the morons that are out there. So anyway, what we're gonna do today is change the transmission fluid in this minivan. This is my wife's minivan. She does not want to get rid of it. She loves it because it's powerful. I thought it had 263,000 miles on it. I just checked. 224,766 miles. So essentially 225,000 miles. It runs through the gears just fine. Shifts great. Sounds great. Runs great. I've maintained this vehicle myself the whole time we've had it. Rebuilt the front end, you know, all that stuff. Kept it going, kept it alive. But it has one problem, and it is that at highway speed, when it goes into overdrive, it surges. So the torque converter is like slipping. Now, no, I've never changed the fluid in this vehicle. And I don't generally change transmission fluid in anything, except for my Dodge, the Dewey. Everything else, I just let it ride. It's kind of like getting a tetanus shot, you know? It's a thing, but like only 30 people a year get it. So I don't get those either. Not telling you that's what you should do. I'm just saying that's how I think. So when you go to change the transmission fluid in your anything automatic, you need to let it warm up, get it to operating temperature, then drain it. That's what we're gonna do. Am I gonna change the filter? Well, the transmission filter, the internal transmission filter, is not technically serviceable. They don't expect you to do that. There's no requirements for changing it, and it's an uphill battle. The juice ain't worth the squeeze. It does have an external oil filter, which I have right here. It's an inline filter, and it looks like this, and I'm probably not gonna change it either. What's gonna determine whether I change it or not is how shitty the magnet looks on the drain plug. That's my measuring stick. That's not a by-the-book measuring stick. That's not even conventional, and I don't give a shit what anybody thinks. That's how I roll. That's how I'm doing it. So, if that's too much for you, move on to the next video. Here we go. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is find, it's right there, actually. Tell you the truth, I already knew that because I pulled it out earlier. But this is our drain plug, and it's also going to be our fill plug. So I'm going to pull it before we drain it, and the reason why is because if you leave it in, it's going to do that glub 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 thing. And if you like the glub glub, then leave it in. Doesn't hurt nothing. The only problem is, you know, like I'm going to drain it into this, and sometimes it causes a pulsing, splashing effect, and I would just rather have a smooth drain. All right, here we go. Going all the way to the top floor. All right, so I always look here. I never just walk underneath there. Yes, I wish I would have got the 4-post lift. I was going to get the 4-post lift, but I measured it out and thought, man, this thing takes up too much space in my shop. Let me just put a 2-post lift in here, and then I can still, you know, kind of have my shop. And so I put the 2-post lift in, and well, I don't use any of this space in the shop because the lift's in here, so yeah, I messed up. Anyway, so here's our drain plug. So driver's side front tire, engine, oil, drain, exhaust, front corner is the drain plug on this particular vehicle. So let me get set up here and see if we can make a mess. All right, so get my cheater pipe because these are almost always tight. And we're gonna, it's a 3/8 drive, so you just need a ratchet. Okay, now for the mess, see what kind of mess we got. And the good thing is that after you've run it, got it up to operating temperature, everything's really hot. I love that. Oh gosh, get it on me. Okay, let's see what we got. Wow. So interestingly, I don't know if it'll show up on the cabinet. This is our plug. It's pretty freaking clean. Yeah, it's got some shit on it, but I mean, nothing crazy. I don't know if it shows up on there or not. Huh. Wow, that's impressive. So, well, so I thought it would have been dirtier than that. Maybe I should change that filter. It's probably clogged since there's nothing on here. I mean, nothing to speak of. Of course, my wife drives this, not me, so. I mean, if I drove it, probably would have already replaced the transmission by now. The fluid is pretty clean. I mean, light moves through it. It's kind of You can tell there's some red. Man, okay. Let me check my book and make sure I'm just shocked. I don't know. Make sure I haven't already done this before. Just don't remember. So here's my book. I keep records on everything. Oil, battery, oil. Ooh. Interesting. So I have changed this fluid before at 156,000 miles. But I mean, still, so that's 75,000 miles. Changed both axles. Okay, well, we'll see. I don't know. So, okay. So I guess when I started this video, I said I've never changed this fluid before. Turns out that's not true. 156,000 miles is when I changed it. 225, so I mean, you basically got 75,000 miles on it. Well, shoot. Now I'm beginning to think my shuttering problem might actually be a problem. All right, so I'm gonna tighten this up. I'm sure there's a torque spec for it. And I'm also sure I don't care. There, torqued. All right, now we're gonna refill it. Now, this holds 7 quarts. When you pull the drain plug, you only get about half of that. The rest of it stays in the torque converter. So what you're gonna wanna do is go drive it, circulate the fluid. I mean, if you wanna do like, you know, really do the best you can do, you need to go drive it, circulate the fluid, and then you're gonna drain it again. So what am I gonna do? Well, I'm gonna drive it right here on the lift and then change the fluid and call it a day. All right, so got my dipstick out, it's laying right there. Got a funnel with a hose and I've snaked it down to the tube. So you're gonna need something other than just a funnel. It's about a foot away from up here. And then I'm gonna put this funnel in this funnel so I can actually pour it. So let me go get the fluid. All right, so you're not gonna put the whole gallon in. You're gonna pour, I mean, according to the book, it's gonna be about 3.5 quarts. All right, everything's going good. All right, we're just gonna let that fill and and we'll come back. All right, that's it, we filled it. So now that you've done that, go drive it and then repeat. Now, I'm not gonna film the repeat. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna lift this up, I'm gonna put it in gear, and I'm gonna let it just kind of drive in place for a little while, and then I'm gonna do it again. And that's how you do it. Thanks for watching. Test drive complete, shutter is gone.